Hi and welcome back to Sweets and Beyond. My name is Ida and today we're going to be making flan de queso or cheese flan. Here are the ingredients. We have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. This one I just had it, it's fat free, but you can use the regular kind. 1 can of evaporated milk, 5 large eggs at room temperature, 1 block of 8 ounces of cream cheese, a pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's get started. Okay, so I placed the sugar in a small saucepan and I have the stove at a 7. My stove goes from 0 to 10 and I have it at a 7. You just pour the sugar in it and you wait until it starts browning and then you start moving it. It goes pretty quickly. So you're just going to move it around until all the sugar dissolves. And you don't want it too dark because then it'll keep on cooking in the oven, the sugar, and it'll taste bitter. Okay, so you just want a nice amber color. So you're just going to keep on moving it. Don't worry about these clumps. As you're moving it, it'll dissolve. I don't know if you can see it well, but then you'll leave it and it'll slowly dissolve, but you have to keep on stirring it to get rid of all the lumps until it becomes nice and clear. And it'll do that quickly. So now you see, so you keep on moving it, and you don't want it too dark because it'll, like I said, it'll keep on darkening in the oven when you cook it. Okay, it's almost there. Trick is you have to keep on moving it. Okay, there you have it. You shut off the stove, and off the stove you will keep on moving it, okay? To make sure that everything else is dissolved. Now you're going to pour it into your mold. Okay, you pour it into your mold, and then you will swirl it around, making sure it coats everything. Making sure it goes a little bit up the sides. And we will leave it cool and on to the next step. Like always, I forgot to tell you, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. This is the finished caramel. It's hard, but it's still warm on the bottom. So what we're going to do now, each flan has to be in a baño de Maria or bain-marie. So we're going to fill this baking dish. We're going to fill it with water. It's supposed to be hot water, and we're going to fill it up to when it reaches half. Well, who wants to carry all this? Once you put in the flan, it's going to be too heavy. So what I like to do is I start with warm water. Okay, that's about enough there. I start with warm water. I measure it. Then I will take this off. And I have a helper today. And we will put it in the oven at 350 degrees. Now we're going to start the flan. I just placed a block of cream cheese in the mixer. So I'm going to start it on low. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, maybe 3, of the evaporated milk. It's just to get it started so it could be nice and smooth. So now it's nice and smooth. And now we're going to add the teaspoon of vanilla. This is my own homemade vanilla extract. I have a video on it, so go check it out. We're going to add a pinch of salt, because remember, always with sweet, you need salt. And we're going to switch from this whip to the paddle, because you don't want any air into your flan, because that's what that whisk is going to do. So now we're going to add the rest of the condensed milk. We're going to add the sweetened condensed milk, and we're going to start mixing that up, and then one by one we're going to be adding the eggs. This is a very, again, simple recipe, but as soon as you try it, you would think that they spent, you know, hours doing it, when it's very, very simple. So now we have all these together. We're going to start slowly beating it. Slowly, because it has a lot of liquid in it. I let it be for a couple of minutes just to make sure that everything is incorporated, and then now, one by one, we're going to be adding the eggs, making sure that all of them are thoroughly mixed in. There you go, one by one. And don't worry, we're going to strain it so it'll be nice and smooth at the end. So I incorporated all the eggs into it, and don't worry if you see some of the cream cheese floating. You'll never get them all combined, but we're going to try our best to strain them and push them through the strainer. So we're going to get this out, and we're going to strain it. And you'll hear sometimes crackling, because that's the cool ingredients hitting the caramel. So why do I strain it? Because of this, and because of the egg yuckiness that stays there. But don't worry, it'll still taste amazing. So now you will pop this into a 350-degree oven inside the baking dish that you already have filled with water, and we're going to let it at least 45 minutes. 45 minutes, insert a toothpick or a thin knife, and if it comes out clean, it baked in the oven for an hour exactly. I just took it out of the oven, and what you do is, once you have it, you're gonna do like this. You're gonna shake it, so this way the caramel will raise up on the top and it won't stick. But here you have it, flan de queso. So now let's cut into it. How beautiful this cuts. Here you have it. So please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Buen Provecho. Now this is a treat right here. How beautiful it looks. So silky and creamy. Can't grab it. Here you go.